Everyone, and welcome back to Sudden Wealth. In case you haven't seen, PPI, which is the inflation for the producers, if you will, the inflation of the companies, is also lower than expected in the US. Why is this important? Because it's a leading indicator for CPI, the consumer inflation, which means if these things keep going down, it's less likely the Fed raises rates and more likely that eventually they will be printing money once again. As I mentioned, China is back to very low inflation and is actually flirting with deflation. So, very interesting dynamics happening over there. Now, if you do enjoy the content of this channel, please drop that like and subscribe. We are almost at 250 subscribers, guys, so let's push it. Let's try to do it today. Let's see if we can do it. And thank you very much, guys, for your support. So yesterday, I made you guys a promise. I was going to go through the 3 possible scenarios for this crypto cycle and my strategy for each one of them. So this one is I expect to have the lowest views because this one will be the one that I hate, the one that I don't like, but the one that I need to be aware, which is the bear case, let's say the downside case. What is this? It's basically Bitcoin ETF gets delayed, maybe comes out late 2024, marking the top for Bitcoin. Binance goes bankrupt, the Gary Gensler stays in, the SEC keeps doing what they're doing, and basically everyone is dreaming about Bitcoin 100K, and we stop short. What does that mean? Maybe we go to 85, 90, 95K, somewhere around the line. Everyone is expecting the push over 100K. Let's say we go to 95K, we sell down to 75, 70, and people think, oh, it's the last pullback before the slingshot, but it's actually the top. Please bear in mind, for the last cycle, everyone was talking about 100K, 2 to 300K Bitcoin, and we stopped at 69K. Now, what is the probability of this happening? I would say I give it about 20-25%. Maybe it's a bit too conservative, but I like to be on the safer side rather than needing to wait another full cycle to see some of the returns materializing in a more concrete way. Now, basically in this scenario, unfortunately, we don't make to the promised land. It underperforms everything. We start hearing about even Bitcoin maximalists getting nauseated and basically really disappointed with the performance. And what am I going to do about it? So I do still think we're going to have altcoin seasons. As you know, I'm not on Bitcoin or on Ethereum. I will be revealing my retirement bags next week on Wednesday. And maybe the altcoin seasons happen, but they don't happen to the same push that they could happen in case Bitcoin would be higher. So in this scenario, what I'm going to do is very simple. When Bitcoin hits somewhere between 85 to 95,000, then it depends on little things to make me pull the trigger. I will move, if I give the scenario 20 to 25% probability, I will move 20 or 25% of my portfolio into stablecoins. Now, if I'm wrong, and oh my God, I really hope that I'm completely wrong and we just shoot by it and it's just a nothing burger, there will be pullbacks along the way, particularly on the altcoin side, that will allow me to get back into the market. And maybe I consider also buying something for me, who knows? But the point is, I take something off the table. Now, this is something I really don't want, and I know this is something nobody will think about it. Everyone will be shocked. You're going to go on YouTube. Everyone's talking about 250,000 Bitcoin, all of these things. And be very careful, and this is very important, be very careful with YouTube influencers, because in the previous 2 cycles, they were telling their following, oh yeah, Bitcoin 100K, 200K, Bitcoin 100K, whatever. And they were selling, at the same time, they were telling their following to buy and hold. So, as you know, I don't give you any kind of financial advice. I'm just saying what is my strategy for the bear case. It will depend on a few factors. I will talk about them as we move closer and as we move forward in the cycle. Now it's too soon to know, but there are a few signs that I'm going to be looking for. So, namely, the timing of the Bitcoin ETF coming out. Now, does this mean it's going to happen? I just told you, I gave it a 20 to 25% probability. However, I want to be protected in case that happens. So, at least I will not make, in that scenario, probably generational wealth will be difficult, but I will make substantial amount of money in order to, have a very decent, very good cycle, despite not being the greatest thing possible, okay? But in any case, it's important to think, because the noise all across will be buy, it's going to go to the moon, it's going to go $500,000 a coin, whatever. Everything's going to be launched like that. And it's important to have a bit of a cold head in this situation. So again, not financial advice. This is my plan. And I will be revealing the bull case very shortly, as well as the base case. So thank you very much, guys, and stay tuned.